Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 6. Subject is maths. This is the new chapter number 5, fraction. Today I am going to start a new chapter. First I tell you this video is for class 6, maths, and today I am going to start a chapter number 5, fraction. Fraction. So first I tell you what is fraction. Fraction is basically a division in equal parts. Means if we suppose this is a figure and when we divide from this, means this is the midpoint, suppose it's A, it's B, and this is C, and C is, if C is a midpoint, then we say that this portion is fraction is 1 by 2. Means this portion coincide on this portion, means this part, suppose if we write A, B, C, D, E and the center is F. So this portion is equal to this. This is called a fraction, division in equal parts. So, and this is compulsory. If this is not a midpoint, suppose if we are taking a line, suppose 5 centimeter and the center is not 2.5, then we can't say कि अगर हमने इसके ऊपर कोई figure बनाया, then they are equal. We are not able to say कि this is a part, because this is very much necessary. The both the parts must be equal. Means division in equal part. This is called a fraction. So fraction, suppose this is a figure and wait, I draw again. First, if this is a portion, or I divide into two equal, so suppose this is a 2 equal halves and this is the shaded portion. So we can say that the fraction is 1 by 2. Second, suppose I draw a same figure but the division is more, 1, 2, 3, and this. It means that there is a 3 division, means, and 1 is shaded portion. So the fraction is 1 by 3. Fraction is 1 by 3. And we know that this is numerator and this is denominator. So denominator represent the whole division of the part of how many parts in a whole division. Means denominator tell us about how many division in a whole part. If there is a 3 division, then it is a 3. If there is 2 division, then it is a 2. But the shaded portion indicated by the numerator, means this is the shaded portion and this is 1. If we shade this, suppose if we shade this figure also, then it will become 2 by 3. Means, and this is 2 by 3 or 2/3. If we write in word, then it is 2/3. 2/3. This is 1/3 and this is half, so you can say half. This is half. This is 1/3. This is 1/3. So now according to our book, we have to represent this fraction on a number line. Now see, now I tell you how we can represent the fraction on a number line. This is not a new for you, I know, because you already read in class 5. So now The next topic is fraction on number line. Suppose our fraction is 2 by 5 and we have to represent 2 upon 5 on a number line. We just draw a line. This is a positive number. So first I tell you about the number line. If we put 0 here, then the left portion is negative. Left portion we can represent negative numbers on the left side and represent positive number on the right side. This is clear? This is the number and 0 is the center. 0 is the center and the left indicate negative and right indicate positive. So if we represent 2 upon 5 on a number line, we can draw a line. Suppose this is a line. Suppose this is a line and this is 0. So this is positive. So we have to represent right side on a number line. Two upon 5 is a positive, so we have to represent this fraction on the right side in a number line. Suppose we know that this is 0 and check the denominator. The denominator is 5. So you make 5 equal division here. 1 and this, the distance between the two numbers must be same. 1, 2, 3, 4 and the last one is 5. So the denominator is 5 and we have to make a 5 equal division according to the denominator. Then what is this? The numerator is 2. We count 1 and 2. This is 2 upon 5. We mark A, then we have to write, represent point A upon 5. This is clear? And the last one, 5 upon 5, this is 5 upon 5 and when you reduce this, it becomes 1. It means that 2 upon 5 is less than 1. And I think you know that this is a proper fraction also. This is proper fraction also. So first I tell you one more important thing, then we move to the another example. 2 upon 5 is a proper fraction when the numerator n is less than d, when the numerator is less than denominator. Okay, wait, I don't write in a short, I want to write in a full, then I think it will be more clear to you. So when the numerator is less than denominator, then it is a proper fraction. And when the denominator is greater than, when the numerator is greater than denominator, then it is a improper fraction. So this is very important in a number line. If it is an improper, then there is another method to do. And this, if it is a proper fraction, then it is less than 1, and if it is proper fraction, then it is greater than 1. So there is a little change. There is another little change in the method to represent the number on a number line if the fraction is improper. So let us move for another example. For a proper fraction, then I will give you one. Then I will tell you about the one improper fraction. Example of improper. Suppose second. This is the example number second. Suppose we take a 3 upon 7. Suppose we take a fraction 3 upon 7 and we have to represent this 3 upon 7 on a number line. Again we have to draw the line, put 0 because this is a positive number. Okay, leave that positive number. This time I will take a negative number. Suppose I take minus 3 upon 7. So minus 3 upon 7, it represent in a left side, on a left side of a number line. Now this is minus 3 upon 7, so we put 0 at the right end. Then it is easy to represent this number because our copy is not very big, so you can do like this. Then you make a, what is the denominator? Denominator is 7. Then you can make a 7 equal division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then 7. This is, now I write all numbers. Then I will show this number. 1 upon 7. This is minus 2 upon, first is minus 1 upon 7. Second is minus 2 upon 7. Third is minus 3 upon 7. Minus 4 upon 7. This is minus 5 upon 7. Minus 6 upon 7. Minus 7 upon 7. Okay. Now there is a 7 equal division and all, this is all the part, means the gap between this and this, all 7 is same. Means the gap between two fraction must be same. Must be same. Fraction means two. The gap is, you have to check always, the gap must be same. Okay. Now we rub that number. Those are not important. We have to represent this. Minus 3 upon 7. We put here B. Point B represent minus 3 upon 7. And if you want to check the whole number, means the negative, this is minus 1 and minus, but in negative numbers the concept are, if it is 3 upon 7, then it is less than 1, but it is minus 3 upon 7, then it is greater than minus 1. Then it is greater than minus 1. Clear? Okay, now I take an example of one improper fraction. Suppose 7 upon 5. Okay, so there is two ways to represent this. I tell you the both way, and everyone take care about this please, because this is little different. First we divide 7 with 5. Now first we make a mixed fraction for this. This is 5 ones are 5 and the remainder is 2. And how do we write this number? 5, after that 1, we put here 1 and remainder over here top. So it's 1, 2 upon 5. So first you make a line and it is a positive number, so it comes on a right side on the number line. So you have to write 0 here, then make a 5 equal division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, after 5 you have to make again 5 because it is more than 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? So at 5 on 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it means that 5 on 5 it become 1, and now we have to represent 2 upon 5. So 1 and 2. This is 1, 2 upon 5. So you have to write C here and then write point C represent 7 upon 5, that is 1, 2 upon 5. Clear? Or if you move forward, then this is 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5, this is 5 upon 5. So it will be 10 upon 5, it become 2, and here it become 1. So this if this fraction, there is one more question. This fraction comes, it's more than 7 upon 5 is greater than 1, but 7 upon 5 is less than 2. It means 7 upon 5 lies between 1 and 2. Clear? I think now this is clear. Or if any doubt, you can ask within a class also, because there is no problem. You can ask. Hey student, don't go anywhere. Now I can include one more topic from this chapter. This is the fractional part of a collection. Fractional part of a collection. In this, suppose this is the example given in our book, you can check. Find 3 upon 4 of 12, means fractional part. This is the fractional part and this is the whole number. So we have to find 3 upon 4 of 12. So you know that of means multiply. In the BODMAS rule, first is the bracket, second is the of, third is the divide, then multiply, then addition, then subtraction. So I think everyone aware about of. Of is simply multiply, but we can treat of before the multiplication or division. So 3 upon 5 you have to solve like this. 3 upon 4 multiplied by 12. Okay, and 4 3s are 12. So it becomes 9. Means 3 upon 4. It means 3 upon 4 of 12 is equal to 9. This is our answer. And there is so many ways. I think there is another method in this book, in our book, so you can use, but this is the simplest method. Find 3 upon 4 of 12. 3 upon 4 multiplied by 12, because the of is multiplication, but this of is treated before division and multiplication both. So 3 upon 4 times 12, we cancel 4 and 12, this is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. It means 3 upon 4 of 12 is equal to 9. Okay. Now I will take one more example from your book. Same with the fractional part of a collection. So, but I want to change the R. Example number 3. The question is, what fraction of day is 8R? What fraction of a day is 8R, but I want to use 12R. 12 hours. So it means the required fraction, therefore the required fraction solution, basically this is the solution, don't use therefore. This is the solution. The required fraction is equal to 12 upon 24. You can cancel it if the required fraction is 12 upon 24. You can cancel it. This is 3 fours and this is 3 eights. It's 1 and it's 2. The fraction is 1 upon 2, means 12 hours is half of a day. 12 hours is half of a day. It means 12 hours is half of a day. Now, sorry. Now after that you can start the exercise 5a, and is there any problem we can discuss within a class, and you can start by shading this first. Write the fraction representing the shaded portion. So you can start, and finding problem ask in a class.